Good morning. In this lecture, we will the subject under PLC and microcontroller, electrical fifth semester. So today we will discuss about chapter 7, that is microcontroller series. Microcontroller series is represented by MCS. 51 overview. 51 is 8051 family microcontrollers. So we will study this type of microcontroller in this lecture. So first we will discuss about the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller, then pin diagram of 8051 microcontroller, its port structure, memory organization and special function register. First of all, what do you mean by microprocessors? Microprocessor is basically the core of any computer system. In any computer system, microprocessor is a device which control all the arithmetical, logical and other functions in a computer system. So nowadays we are using in digital devices uh, by we are using digital devices and controlling them through microcontrollers or microprocessor that is embedded in them. So we want to learn microprocessor because these are very cheap devices and it is very easy to program them and to control different systems, and the system controlling by microprocessor is very reliable. It reduces the production cost and makes product reliable. So if we talk about microprocessor or microcontroller, in that we have that is a chip that is having some hardware and they operate on some software. So they have hardware through which we can connect or interface to the real world, and through software we know how to deal with the various inputs, various sensors, how to read their inputs, and accordingly what output devices we want to control, that we can do with the help of microprocessor or microcontroller. Now if we talk about microcontroller, in microcontroller, what is there inside the microcontroller? Microcontroller has a central processing unit inside it, then it has some input and output pins, it has some type of buses like address bus and data bus, then it has inbuilt RAM and ROM memory, it has inbuilt timer, interrupt, serial port and parallel port. This is what about microcontroller. But if we want to make a system based on microprocessor, then we have to connect memory, timer and interrupts these externally with the microprocessor system. And if we use a microcontroller, these devices are inbuilt with the chip of microcontroller itself. Let's talk about microprocessor. Microprocessor are general purpose microprocessor. It is called CPU of the computer. In microprocessor there is no RAM, no ROM, no read only memory, no input output interfaces in the chip itself. So example of microprocessor are 8085, 8086, Motorola. So in generally we use Intel microprocessor 8085 and 8086. And if we go for Motorola microprocessor, then 68 series is for Motorola microprocessor. If we talk about the internal architecture, here you can see you have a CPU and then a RAM, ROM, IO port, timer and serial port. They are connected externally on the motherboard to the general purpose microprocessor. Now if we talk about microcontroller, what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller? So microprocessor, CPU is a standalone device, and if we want to use memories like RAM, ROM or input output interface or timer, they are need to be connected separately. They are need to be connected separately in case of microprocessor. And designer can connect the ROM, RAM or IO ports according to his requirement. The systems based on microprocessor are very expensive, they are versatile and they are general purpose also. In case of microcontroller, the CPU is not standalone. It has inbuilt CPU, it has inbuilt RAM, it has inbuilt ROM, input output devices and timers. They are all embedded in a single chip. So, but the problem is that it has a fixed amount of on-chip ROM, RAM, and I/O ports. In case of microprocessor, a designer can use more RAM, ROM as per his requirement, but it has a fixed amount of on-chip RAM, ROM, I/O ports. If we want to increase the RAM, we have to connect. We can connect external RAM and ROM also. So microcontroller is used for the application in which we want to reduce the cost of a system or power requirement, and there is a problem of space, then we go for microcontroller. So generally microcontroller are used for a single purpose or a specific purpose applications. Now let's talk about 8051 microcontroller, which internal components are connected in this. So in 8051 microcontroller has 4 bit of internal ROM, 128 bytes of internal RAM, 4 input output ports. They all are 8 bits, 8 bit, and if there are 4 ports means 32 pins are there for ports, and there are 4 ports P0 to P3. So, and then it has two 16-bit timer and counter and one serial interface. So all these devices are connected in a single chip, that is called a microcontroller. So if we talk about the basic block diagram of 8051 microcontroller, it looks like this, that it has a CPU and these are your buses. These are your buses. The address buses, and these are bidirectional buses are your data buses, and a unidirectional bus is address bus, is called the address bus. And this is your external interrupts we can connect, and this is oscillator which gives frequency around 12 megahertz frequency is given to 8051 microcontroller. Then it has 4 ports P0, P1, 2, 3 and up to 3, and then it has a serial port also, through which the signal can be transmitted or received, and it has 4 kilobytes of ROM and 128 bytes of RAM. It has 2 timers, 2 16-bit timers. So all this is the internal architecture or the block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. So other 8051 features are like it has one on-chip oscillator. So we have to use external crystal which gives around 12 megahertz frequency to the 8051 microcontroller. It has 6 interrupt sources. 2 sources are external, 3 are internal, and there is one reset interrupt is there. So 6 interrupt sources are there in 8051 microcontroller. So it can have 64K kilobytes of external program memory. We have seen that it has 4K ROM memory, but if we want to, we can connect up to 64K program memory, ROM memory. For that we have to use a pin called PSEN pin, through which we can extend our external memory. Similarly, we can have 128 bytes of internal ROM, but if we want to connect more RAM, then 64K external data memory or RAM memory can be connected, and for that we have to use RD and WR pins through which we can read external data memory. And code memory or program memory, both are same, or code, program or ROM memory, all are same. So that external, if we want to select, we have to use a EA pin that is available in the microcontroller. So we can connect external memory in this way. Nowadays many other family members of 8051 microcontroller are being used. If we use 8051, then it has inbuilt ROM structure. But if we go for 89 series, 8951, then in this we use flash memory. So like ESCARE-PROM, that means that can be electrically erasable and can be programmed electrically. So in this case also we have different type of versions of 8951 series. So 8951, in this we have 4K of ROM, 128 bytes of RAM, 2 timers and 6 interrupt sources and 32 input output pins. But if we go for 8952 series, the ROM will extend to 8K and RAM extend to 256 bytes, and timer there are 3 timers and 8 interrupt sources and 32 IO pins. So in this way we have a different type of versions of 8051, and all these are called 8051 family members. So it is 8951, similarly 8952, 8953, 55, 898252, 891051, 892051. So all these are version, and they have a different ROM, RAM and timer, interrupt sources, IO pins. So according to the requirement, and so their cost will also vary. According to their version, their cost will also vary. If we want to go for we want to reduce the cost, then we will go for lower version as per our requirement. If we want to uh, have more features, then the cost of the system may increase. So according to the choice of our requirement, like how much RAM, ROM or timers, interrupt sources we need, we can select that particular 8051 memory 8051 microcontroller chip.